Hey guys, it's Sarah. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my #1 favorite product from 6 drugstore brands. I've been seeing this type of video going around a lot on YouTube. I believe the idea was started by a handful of YouTubers. They did a group collab. It was Andrea Mattiano, Stephanie Marie, Risa Does Makeup, Samantha March, and Jennifer Joyce Beauty. So that is the group that originally came up with this video idea. I first saw Andrea Mattiano do it, and I just thought this was such a fun idea. The brands I'm going to be talking about today are e.l.f., Jordana, Covergirl, Milani, ColourPop, and NYX. Those are the drugstore brands that I own the most products from in my collection. So let's go ahead and start with the one that I own the most products from, which is probably no surprise, it's e.l.f. I was going through my makeup inventory list and I was so surprised to see that I actually own 26 products from e.l.f. The other brands on this list, I own 7 products, 9 products, around there. e.l.f., I have a lot of favorite products from. This was the hardest to pick a favorite because I have a lot of favorites from this brand. But I was going through my list of possible #1 products and I was trying to think of the one that I think the most people would love. My contenders were the e.l.f. Keep Your Curl Mascara, I love that, the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette, the e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadow, their HD powder in Soft Luminance, all of those I love, but I feel like all of those not everybody would love. For the powder, you have to love a loose powder to like that one, or the Earth and Ocean palette, you have to like blue and green eyeshadow, which I know not everybody loves. But the other contender was the bite-sized eyeshadow quads. And they have quite a variety of shades. I have 2 of them. I have Pumpkin Pie and Rose Water, and this is the one that ultimately came out on top for me because with all the color options that they have, there kind of is something for everybody. They have really colorful ones, they have more muted ones, they have some that I think would work for deeper skin tones, fair skin tones, so that's why I chose this one as my #1. The Keep Your Curl Mascara was close, but that's such a personal thing. I feel like mascara could work great for one person and terribly for another person, so I had a hard time picking that one, even though for me personally, that's probably gonna be the one that I continue repurchasing over and over again. But anyway, okay, so the bite-sized eyeshadow quads are amazing. These are $3. My favorite of the 2 is definitely Rose Water. It's just, this is my kind of shades. It's probably gonna work best for fair skin tones. I say that because the matte shade is pretty light, it's only a little bit darker than my skin tone, so it's great for me as a very light crease color. I actually love that color. I just throw it in the crease and it looks so natural. It just looks like a natural kind of rosy shadow in my crease, so it works great for me, but I think that would definitely look ashy on deeper skin tones. But the shimmers are beautiful. This deep plum shade works great in the outer corner. It's so pigmented that I have to barely tap my brush in there because otherwise it's just way too much. But I love this one. I've been using it nonstop and I've only had it for a month now, and it's the only eyeshadow I want to use, so that one. And then Pumpkin Pie, I think this would definitely be probably better for medium to deeper skin tones, just because the colors are just a little bit on the deeper side in this one. There's 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. This is a very warm kind of fall-esque quad for me, but the quality of both of these is great. I kind of want to pick up more shades. I'm gonna try not to, just because I definitely don't need any more. But they've got some beautiful, they have a blue one, they have a green one, they have Cream and Sugar is a classic neutral quad, so got a lot of options, and so I really do feel like there's something for everyone, and they're only $3. So many of e.l.f.'s products have gotten to be $6, $12, $10, but the fact that they kept these such a low price really impresses me. So that's my favorite e.l.f. product. Love it, but it was hard to pick a favorite from e.l.f. because you guys know e.l.f. is probably my #1 favorite brand. The brand that I own the next highest number of products from is Jordana. I only own 9 products from them currently, but I have used up some as well. My favorite product from Jordana is one that I've already used up, but I still have it because I'm saving all my makeup empties this year. This is the Jordana Tape Cover Concealer. I wear the shade Porcelain. This actually has a pretty decent shade range. I think it maybe comes in 18 or 20 shades, but it's a good spectrum of shades, it's a nicely balanced shade range, so I really do appreciate that, especially from a drugstore brand. I feel like drugstore brands struggle a little bit in the shade range department. I've talked about this so many times, so I probably won't spend too much time on it, but I just love the texture and the finish of this. It's definitely not full coverage like it claims to be, which is the only downside. If you're buying this hoping for a really full coverage concealer for like heavy dark circles, you're probably going to be disappointed. And I was to begin with, because I was like, you know, it's labeled as a full coverage concealer and it's just not. But once I got past that, I realized what a beautiful formula this is. It's definitely more average coverage, but it just blends in so seamlessly and it just looks very natural and skin-like. I just love it as an under eye concealer. It's to this day my favorite concealer, even though I've finished it. And I've tried quite a few concealers. I probably will go back to this one and repurchase this one, maybe once I use up some other concealers, but this is so good and it's $5. So the only thing is you can pretty much only get this on the Jordana website. I know they're still carried in some Walgreens and maybe even some Kmarts, but it is kind of hard to find Jordana in stores. So if you're willing to place an order on their website, definitely make sure to pick up their Take Cover concealer because I think it is a hidden gem for sure. Along with the entire brand Jordana. Like the entire brand of Jordana is a hidden gem. Like they have so many great products and they're so affordable. Okay, so one brand, I didn't realize I owned this many products from NYX. I currently own 7 products from NYX, but I've tried even more than that, and my favorite is yet again one that I've already used up. It kind of says a lot, the fact that I've used up 2 out of the 6 products that I'm sharing in this video are ones I've already used up, so I feel like that kind of speaks for itself. My favorite NYX product is their Butter Gloss. I have the shade Creme Brulee. This is such an OG like YouTube favorite. I feel like everyone on YouTube in like 2014, 2015 was talking about these. It's just a good gloss formula. It's a little bit sticky, so if you don't like that kind of feeling, then stay tuned for another brand that I'm gonna share a favorite from. That one is a little less sticky, but the stickiness I feel like allows it to really adhere to your lips and stay on for a while, and the shine really sticks around for a good amount of time. So I don't mind the stickiness. It's not so sticky that it's uncomfortable, but yeah, the shade Creme Brulee is such a classic. It's just a nice nude pink gloss. They have a ton of other shades that I haven't even tried, but this is just, it's a good product. And as I was going through all my NYX products, I was realizing that most of them I just kind of feel so-so about. Like, there's not a ton of NYX products that I'm just in love with, but the Butter Gloss has a special place in my heart for sure. All right, so next we have ColourPop. I feel like I haven't tried a ton from ColourPop, but I have a lot of single eyeshadows from them. I have a few Super Shock shadows. I have a lip product, so I've tried a good handful of ColourPop. My favorite ColourPop product is one of their Super Shock shadows, but it's one of their matte ones in the shade Bill. It is a matte, kind of dusty lilac color, and I just love this all over the lid, blended up into the crease. You can top it with a little bit of a shimmery shadow or a glitter, or you can just leave it as is as a one shadow look. It's so pretty. This is just such a gorgeous color. I would definitely recommend looking into their matte Super Shock shadows. I'm not usually a matte shadow person, but I really like this one. And of course their shimmers and their metallics are really pretty too, but I feel like their matte ones are kind of overlooked, and I think it's just a great like one and done cream shadow, really pretty. So next is Milani, and this one is actually a lip gloss favorite as well. This is the one I'm wearing on my lips today actually, and it is their Keep It Full, what is this called? It's got a long name. Keep It Full a Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade Soft Rose. They have a lot of shades. The only shade I've tried is Soft Rose. This is like, it's so cliche, but it's like a My Lips But Better color in the best way. Like, it blends into my, it literally matches the natural color of my lips. So I almost think of this as like a BB cream for my lips. I know that sounds, I don't know if that makes sense, but it just smooths out my lips. It looks so natural because it's literally the same color as my lips. It's pretty, it's easy. I love the scent of these. It smells like a York peppermint patty. It's got like a mint chocolate kind of scent to it. I like that it has kind of a big doe foot, and yeah, I just really like it. I don't know about the lip plumping properties. I feel like any lip gloss is gonna kind of plump up your lips because it's just so glossy, but a very silly girl here. This is Elaine, if you haven't met her yet. She's my new kitten. She's adorable and full of energy, aren't you? Yes, you're so cute. Oh my goodness. This one is definitely not as sticky as the NYX Butter Gloss, and so I feel like it does wear off a little bit more quickly. Or I shouldn't say wear off, I feel like it kind of just like sinks into your lips more quickly than the Butter Gloss. Like it doesn't sit on top of them for as long. But I don't necessarily mind that with a lip gloss. With lip glosses, I'm not always paying that much attention to the staying power, but kind of as I talk, I feel like the shine does diminish just a little bit. So if you're wanting one that's slightly less sticky, go with the Milani one. It has a little bit of like a not tingly feel, but kind of a cooling feel. Probably has some kind of peppermint or menthol in it, but I don't feel like it irritates my lips. So anyway, I really like this lip gloss. I really like it. It just makes me happy. And I have a lot of products from Milani that I like, but this is the one that kind of stood out to me. So the last brand I have to talk about is Covergirl. I only currently own 3 products from Covergirl, but I've tried at least 7 or 8 products from them. I've tried several of their mascaras. I've tried a concealer. I feel like I've tried a lot, but I only have 3 remaining in my collection. No, I've probably tried 9 or 10 from them. Never mind, doesn't even matter. You guys aren't even you probably don't even care. My favorite though is actually, it's almost empty. This is the Covergirl Vitalist Go Glow Luminizing Lotion. Mine is in the shade Daybreak. It comes in 2 shades. This is the lighter of the 2, but it's basically just a glowy primer, and out of all the glowy primers I've tried, and I've tried quite a few, this one is my favorite, and I don't hear anyone talking about this really. I'm also wondering if they're discontinuing this. I haven't looked for it in stores, but anytime I look for it online, I can really only find it on Walmart's website, or at least that's the only place I can find this shade. Sometimes I can find the deeper shade in other places, but it seems like maybe they're discontinuing this, so I don't know. I know they make some other primers too, but I really like this. I like this because it's both moisturizing and glowy, so it feels like a lotion going on your skin. It really does just like soften up your skin, but also it does have, I wouldn't even go so far as to say shimmer. I feel like it's got a little bit of those glowy kind of particles in it. I feel like some glowy primers can be super glowy but not hydrating enough. Others are really hydrating but they're not glowy enough. Like, this is just the perfect balance of both. And it just looks beautiful under makeup. It creates a really nice hydrated base for foundation. So I really like this. If you can get your hands on it, I definitely do recommend it if you like very glowy primers. I hope it's still available. But yeah, I've been panning this for the last like 6 months. I'm almost done with it. I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. I'm glad I put this in my project pan, because before I put it in the project pan, I didn't even know that I liked it that much. Like, I knew I liked it, but I didn't realize how much I liked it because I hadn't really used it a whole lot until then. So anyway, that's a great kind of another hidden gem. A lot of hidden gems here. Some of these are definitely not, like the e.l.f. quads. I feel like a lot of people talk about these. The Milani gloss, the NYX gloss, those are ones that a lot of people talk about, but the others, you know, they're not quite as well known. So I hope you learned about some really great affordable makeup products in this video. I'll have the creators of this video idea linked below if you want to check out their videos as well. I thought it was just such a fun idea and a great way to really highlight the standout products from some awesome brands. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up so that I know you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. I'd love to see you again soon, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.